I'm Patrick.
And I'm Mike.
And this is PNN. In mid-April, the Pirates put on a production of High School Musical. Let's take a look from behind the scenes.
Hello, this is Ryan Eisenhuth, reporting from the set of this year's musical, High School Musical. This show is filled with singing, dancing, drama, nerds, jocks, and everything you could ever want in a show about auditioning for a high school musical. But there is so much magic that happens backstage in order to bring a show like this to life. This is High School Musical, behind the scenes. As the cast of the show, our goal is to bring the story to life for the audience. There are many challenges we experience behind the scenes in trying to make this goal become a reality.
I think the number one goal of the performers on stage is to tell a story, but more than that, to create believable characters, to create a world that the audience can get lost in, and to completely believe in what's happening up there.
So specifically for this show, a big challenge was the scripts were late. It was both of our first musicals. And then for just the kids on stage, the fact that you have to stay in character at all times, remembering where they have to be when, because they have to play off of each other. And if you miss one line, then that could mess up an entire scene.
Even with all the challenges, the thing that makes the show so worth it are the memories we make backstage as a cast.
As a whole, this whole entire show has just been such a wonderful experience. Like, when we're forced to work with each other for hours and hours on end, you kind of are forced to get along. But I mean, really, we all just love each other so much.
The best part about being in High School Musical has been making so many new friends. We had a really big cast this year, almost 50 people, and there were a lot of people that I've never been in shows with before, so it was good to experience what I love with new people.
This is a great way to end my high school theater career, because the story is we're all in this together, and you can be what you want to be.
I can't even put it into words how proud I am that we took a show and then not having the scripts until a week and a half late. So we really put that show on in 5 weeks. And how phenomenal it is after 5 weeks.
Being in theater for all 4 years of high school has been quite an experience. I've been in 8 shows now, and I do believe that this was the best way that I could have ended it.
From the very beginning, we're all in this together, and we have so much fun behind the scenes. I have loved every second of my time in the theater department here at Perry, and I'm sad to see it come to an end after this show. The Perry High School Theater Department will continue to produce great shows for years to come. This has been Ryan Eisenhuth, reporting for PNN.
Great job to the Perry Theater Department.
Last week, a few of the high school students went to Community Green Day. Let's see what that was all about.
Hello, this is Ryan Eisenhuth, reporting for PNN. This past week, students from Perry High School participated in Perry's annual Community Green Day. Community Green Day was founded by the Perry Women's League and run with help from the Perry Service Learning class at the high school. For the event, students come together to serve the community in a variety of different ways.
So for Community Green Day, we have upwards of 70 students involved in a variety of activities. We've got some students working here in the Giving Garden, preparing it for spring planting. We also have about 5 teams of students dispersed all around Perry, North Perry, and the township doing senior citizen yard cleanups at about 10 senior homes. And in addition to that, we've got a crew at Lake Erie Bluffs doing a beach cleanup.
Community Green Day has given students from Perry the opportunity to make their community a better place for almost 10 years.
Yeah, Community Green Day evolved almost 10 years ago as a partnership between the Perry Women's League, the Perry Service Learning Program, the Environmental Action Club at the high school, as well as Mr. Crow's students in his environmental science classes. We all kind of got together and thought it would be a good idea to merge our common interest in the environment to do some good right around Earth Day.
For the event, students divide up into 3 different groups to serve the community in different ways. First, there is a group that stays at the school in order to volunteer in Perry High School's Giving Garden.
So I'm in charge of pulling the weeds out of our Giving Garden, which we plant a lot of food that we end up donating to the Perry Center in. Community Green Day is important because we have so many environmental issues going on right now, and I think it's important that people are going out and doing what they can to clean up their community and help their environment as much as they can.
Next, a group travels around Perry visiting the homes of elderly people throughout Perry in order to do yard work for people in need.
So here at Community Green Day, myself and other PSL students are giving back to the community by going around and landscaping the homes of some elderly citizens around Perry.
I did yard cleanup, so we picked up leaves, pine cones, sticks, or really anything in elderly people's yards. I think Community Green Day is important because we need to care for our community because this is where we live and we want it to look nice and we want it to feel nice and we want to feel good about where we live.
Lastly, a group of students traveled to Lake Erie Bluffs in order to clean up the park and make it a better place for everyone.
For Community Green Day, we just went down to the beach and picked up some garbage and just recorded it down on paper.
And to me, the reason why Community Green Day is so important is because it's not just so much getting together and cleaning up, but it's helping out the environment.
Thank you to the community members and students who gave up their time in order to make Perry a better place for everyone. This has been Ryan Eisenhuth, reporting for PNN.
Thank you to all those who helped out at Community Green Day.
At the library, they got new pet gerbils. Let's check out a video on that.
Hi, this is Alex Kerr reporting for PNN. I'm in front of the Perry Middle School Library reporting to you about the library gerbils. The gerbils were purchased by middle school librarian Mrs. McCann during Thanksgiving break last school year. She purchased the gerbils in hopes of making the library a fun and inviting place for the middle school students.
So Bandit and Midnight were formerly our 2 gerbils. Right now we just have Bandit left, and the kids picked the names of the gerbils last year. They did a March Madness type ballot and they chose all the different names and then they voted from all the different decisions down to Bandit and Midnight.
Today, I'm standing in front of Mrs. Rayner's class where we are going to interview students about the habitats that they made for the gerbils.
Well, we feel like the gerbils need a little variety in their living space, so we decided to build some cardboard habitats for them.
At first, it was kind of something that our teacher decided, but we thought would be fun to do.
There was a lot of brainstorming and a lot of fun. I wanted to make a new environment for them.
We cut cardboard and kind of put it together in slots that we made with scissors. It was a lot of work because you had to cut a lot and your team would mess up a lot.
We made them 3 weeks ago on a Friday and it took about 30 minutes.
We made them during ice and it took about 40 to 35 minutes. It took us about 45 minutes.
It took about an hour.
Well, for me it was pretty easy because I made a simple design, but after that I was helping other people and it was kind of hard for them.
And now we have a promo celebrating Diversity Day.
On May 11th from 12 o'clock to 4 at Perry High School, everyone is welcomed as we celebrate and bring awareness to the diversity of cultures through food, music, artisans, and dance at the Global Village, a celebration of diversity. Join us for storybook reading, film screening, mapping our heritage, storytelling, cooking demonstrations, dance lessons, games from around the world, hand-on crafts, make God's Eye with Latinas Unidas, and pick up soccer games. Performances are by Rotimo E. Raza, Mama Fassi, Greek dancers, Mariachi band, and more. The event is free and there will be a food truck. Hope to see you there.
That's it for this edition of Pirate Nation News. Thank you guys so much for letting us host these past 4 years. It has been a blast.
It's been a pleasure.
So from Patrick Hurley
and Michael Scarano,
we're signing out.
Goodbye.